is my older brother, and he and I spent a lot of time together growing up. We were 1 year apart in school, so we did a lot of the school activities together. Mark was born with an intellectual disability, and as he got older, he developed a lot of physical disabilities as well. He was probably one of the kindest souls that I have ever known.
Mark was genuine and earnest and authentic. He did not come into this world with all the gifts that the rest of us have. He accepted that and did the very best he could to be as independent as possible. Mark's intellectual disabilities put him kind of in the middle between being able to be fully independent and needing constant supervision or care. I remember being right out of college and in my first job where I really realized for the first time that Mark's life was going to be very different from mine. And I discovered a sibling support group at Children's Hospital that was designed for siblings of people with disabilities. And the premise of the group was that the sibling relationship is the longest relationship in your life. And it was built around how do siblings of people with disabilities understand, embrace, and provide support for their siblings. And that was where I first learned about supported employment, which was the model where Mark got employment, got jobs throughout most of his career.
Mark took a lot of pride in his work and showing up, being a good employee. And he had some great jobs. He worked for Terex for a long time. He was Employee of the Month. I mean, he was that kind of person that showed up and did a good job, just wanted to work.
His physical challenges began to multiply really when he was in his early 50s. It began to really include an assortment of the autoimmune diseases that afflicted him. So Evergreen really just became the center of his healthcare world, starting really basically on physical proximity first, and then expanding as he continued to have more and more needs. About a year or so before he passed away, he moved to a retirement community, which was a great move in terms of being a part of a bigger community, making friends, and also getting the support that he was increasingly needed as his health care issues got more complex. After 5 months of illness, Mark's condition turned fairly grave fairly quickly.
We were tired. My sister and I were missing a lot of work. It was a difficult time. We felt like we were alone. We had great doctors, wonderful doctors, but we still felt like we were in this alone, our family and Mark, and that changed at Evergreen. We knew we had people now that knew how to help him and us through this last stage.
When we were in the emergency room and it became clear that Mark was nearing the end of life, and when we asked the question, is there room at Evergreen Hospice? And they said yes, we were so relieved and almost joyful because we knew that that was going to be the best place for him.
We grew up knowing that, to take care of Mark and protect Mark. So we did it till the end, until we couldn't do it anymore on our own. And then the Evergreen Hospice people were just amazing. And we were there all the time. I don't think in the time he was there, he was ever alone. And they made sure we had blankets and pillows and food.
When you're in the healthcare system and watching a family member go through something, you very much see that your family member is a patient. They are somebody's patient, a doctor or nurses. And when we were at Evergreen Hospice, I really felt like Mark was a guest. And that is a different perspective. He was prioritized in a way that we hadn't seen before. We were able to stay in Mark's room. I think we all cared deeply about the fact that we didn't want Mark to be alone. Mark had spent a lot of his life alone, and we did not want him to leave this world alone. There was always one of us in the room with him. And my brother John and I had spent the night with Mark and woken up around 6 a.m. and the nurse had come in to check on him. And she said, I think it's getting close.
When Mark did die, I stayed until the funeral home arrived. And I didn't really know how this was going to work. What do I do? But I wanted to be with him. So as they were walking him out, I was just holding my hand on him, like on his leg, and two of the nurses from Evergreen Hospice just stood with me as long as I needed to, outside, as I'm just kind of holding him and saying goodbye. So gracious, not turning around to go see another patient, not in a hurry. They just knew.
Mark, throughout his life, as a person with disabilities, was often dismissed, overlooked, and minimized. And that is not what we experienced with Mark or with our family when we were at Evergreen Hospice. End of life is a moment, but it's a moment that lasts for quite a long time as you take into account all of the end-of-life decisions and almost administrative things you have to worry about. We were in the hands of somebody who not only knew all those things, but they also knew what we were capable of doing. And it was, a difficult time that was made much easier by the staff and the team and the spirit that exists at Evergreen.
I am so lucky to have had Mark for a brother. He was such a good person. And we learned so much. We are all better people because of Mark. I just think he was a gift to me, to all of us in our family. And he taught us about family. He taught us about love, about commitment, about doing the right thing, about speaking up. Yeah, we miss him every day. He was amazing in a very quiet, subtle, unassuming way. But the impact was profound.